all weirdos.
Weird science is the revolution. Weird science is the revolution.
Hello, all you weirdos. Jim here, and I'm going to start what hopefully becomes a weekly show. Very weekly. Indeed, this is a preview show, and what it is I'm going to let everybody know the books that I am anticipating / looking forward to coming out in this upcoming week of comics. Now, that seems pretty pretentious of me to think that anybody cares about what I am anticipating / looking forward to, but that's kind of the game here, right? That's kind of how it plays. But to kind of counteract that, I will say, like I do in our Best Comics of the Week show, please let me know what you're looking forward to, because this could be a way and a positive spin of things that you don't get a lot of times nowadays in comic fandom. The idea of us all coming together and maybe inspiring everybody to check out some books that maybe they didn't know were coming out or maybe didn't even know existed. So we will talk about that, and please let me know what you guys are looking forward to / anticipating. And I kind of put that / there because sometimes you look forward to books and it's not because you're loving them. It's more of finding out if they make any damn sense, or maybe, finding out why they even exist, and maybe that will be revealed in, say, a conclusion to a Joker Year One. And yes, that is my first book here that I am looking forward to. It's Batman 144, written by Chip Zdarsky, art by Giuseppe Camuncoli and Andrea Sorrentino. And what I'm saying is the first 2 issues of this 3-part Joker Year One, I still really don't know overall what's going on. I need to be shown by Chip Zdarsky that we needed to have this Joker Year One, because 2 issues in, I don't see that yet. I also need to have that eureka moment, that light bulb over my head, and M. Night Shyamalan twist even, that shows me not that Joker sees dead people, because he probably does, but that this all made sense. And this all makes sense in the way of having the Joker being trained by the mentor, Dr. Capdio. I think it is the smartest man in the world, who's now kind of the deadest smartest man in the world. But that all makes sense, that it gives us some good stories going forward, and also seems to tie into 3 Jokers, these R&R stuff. And I'm telling you, after 2 issues, I'm still kind of like shrugging. Does this make sense? Do I like it? I don't love it. I was not really looking forward to a Joker Year One story from the get-go. I had a video where some people, they attacked me. They said that they were looking forward to it, and I shouldn't even read it. And I said, how dare you tell me what I can read or not read? I'm going to read it because I review it. So take that. See, I'm getting angry. But I need it to show me that it was necessary. I need to see, and I really hope that when I read this Batman 144, and I hope everybody gets this, it's, oh my God, this makes so much sense. This is the best story ever. Oh, this is the greatest thing. And we'll all just grab Chip Zdarsky up on our shoulders and take him on a ticker tape parade. I don't think that's going to happen, but that's the anticipation of things. But I'm going to read the solicits when I end up doing these. So here you go. The climactic, chilling conclusion to the Joker Year One that will have massive repercussions for the future. They always say that. I wonder when they're writing that, and Gotham will never be the same. The DCU has never seen it. Do they giggle to themselves? Like, yeah. And they're like yelling to the guy, hey, I'm going to give them that. The future will never be the same again, right? Hey, there you go. They probably have a drinking game now. That's why they put it. They're all drunks. The Red Hood gang is on a rampage, and the only man who can stop them is the Joker. And can Batman stop a devastating new virus in the future where the Joker looms over him? Not in a sexy way, though. I don't think. It looks more like a Joker zombie apocalypse. Not so sexy. But I was kind of into that future story after the first issue. And it was weird because you go into this Year One, you're like, why do we have a future story in the Year One? But I kind of like that. Ooh. Then the second issue comes, I'm like, yeah, I kind of don't need that future story. It's kind of lame. Let's get more of the Year One stuff. And I'm kind of intrigued. My curiosity is there. I don't love it, but hopefully, like I said, we'll be having a ticker tape parade for Chip Zdarsky. But that is my first anticipated book. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people who say that they have dropped the Batman book and they're not dealing with this. That's fine. Again, I hope that this all makes sense. And maybe if it's that good, people will go back and read them all together, catch up a little, or mustard. I don't know. But the next book is another DC book. And I'm going to do DC, Marvel, Indie, whatever is out there. That's going to be part of this. But the next book is a DC book, Batman Superman World's Finest, number 24, written by Mark Waid, art by Dan Mora. Kind of a similar kind of idea, just like the Joker Year One, that I want to know, oh man, what's going on? This Kingdom Come story by Mark Waid in the Batman Superman World's Finest. I understand what's going on. What I need to see, though, is how is he going to get out of what he's already done to maintain the Kingdom Come story, make sure that that's still, set, that isn't ruined, that's not changed, because that would be wacky if he ended up changing it in a way from the story. I don't think he will. I want to see what kind of clever, things he has up his sleeve to get out of there, because Darkseid's involved now. You got Batman and Superman. They're stuck in the Kingdom Come universe. Like, all that stuff is crazy. But really, one of the big things about that book, and why I think that most people would anticipate, it's the Dan Mora art. Dan Mora's art, it's great. It's superb, as they say. So I would look forward to that, no matter what the story is. But the Kingdom Come story, I think it's cool, but I just want to see how you get out to maintain the Kingdom Come deal there. But here is what they say in the solicit, very quick. Return to Kingdom Come concludes. With no way back to their own Earth, will Superman and Batman have to witness their tragic events that led to Cataclysm, or are they fated to take the place of their doppelgangers? So we'll see what that is and what's going on. But that's it for DC. Those two books are the ones that I am looking forward to anticipating. As you can tell, it's more the idea of filling in the blanks in my, empty head is what's going on with those two books. The next book kind of has that a little bit, but it's more of, man, I really like that first issue and I want more. And obviously we're going to Marvel right now, and it's Ultimate Spider-Man number 2, written by Jonathan Hickman with art by Marco Cacchetto. And I love that first issue. And I love this. And then I love the Black Panther issue. So I am full out into this Ultimate Universe. And I want to see more Peter Parker becoming Spider-Man, what that means, because he's older now. It's different how that's going to tie into everything. And also the mystery of who this Green Goblin is. There's a lot of stuff going on. I think I said Green Goblin. Green Goblin. Yeah, I could talk. I ended up doing this really at the spur of the moment. I don't really have any notes or anything. I'm just kind of going through things. And I ended up making a coffee right before because I have a sore throat. But now, since I'm doing this alone, I can't drink my coffee. It's like sitting there and it's like making fun of me. But here's the solicit. The most surprising Spider-Man story of the 21st century continues. Spider-Man faces his first supervillain, J. Jonah Jameson's quest to uncover who is really pulling the strings of this new Ultimate Universe leads to a shocking revelation. And New York City becomes or welcomes its newest hero, the Green Goblin. So that's crazy, right? That is crazy stuff. We'll see what that all means, because we ended up seeing, it looked like the Green Goblin was blowing up Wilson Fisk in that first issue, but he's not quite the good guy. So yeah, I can see that twists and turns and what that all comes down to. It's kind of funny. The big mystery in that first issue was, oh my God, who's the Green Goblin? A lot of people said it must be Harry, but the idea of him, the Green Goblin, going after Fisk didn't really fit what we saw with Harry. It's crazy. So we'll have to see how all that comes out. But I'm looking forward to it so much. I can't wait to read and review that one. That one I will be doing a video on YouTube for, and also it will be on our Marvel Comics podcast. But that's it for the big two. That's it for my anticipated books for the big two, because we're going to go off with 3 indie books, and I'm going to start over at Image with Cobra Commander number 2. I don't think that's going to be a shock to anybody. The Energon universe is kicking it old school, but new school. It's just kicking it, and I'm enjoying it. And I have talked about it on various shows that I end up being on or doing myself. I was never a big Transformers or G.I. Joe fan. I was a guy who was more into sports as a kid. I didn't watch a lot of cartoons. And now, as I'm an adult, I'm a man. These cartoons, I'm just joking. But the whole G.I. Joe Transformers, obviously I was aware of them, but it just kind of was not my thing. So this whole Energon reboot deal at the Skybound Image, it's my way of getting into it. It's my way of now becoming a Transformers and G.I. Joe fan. And I've talked to a lot of people about these books. And what's great about them is the idea that somebody like me, and I've met a bunch of people, Gray, who I talk with on our best of the week. He was not a real big Transformers or G.I. Joe, but we are. And yet it's also big for people who already were big fans. It's the thing that is bringing everybody together. And Cobra Commander #2, written by Joshua Williamson, art by Andrea Milana and Annalisa Leone, is I'm looking forward to it. I mean, obviously it's on the show, but it's my least favorite of the three. The Cobra Commander issue was my least favorite of the three, and I still loved it. But it was the one that felt like it was a little bit more out of my grasp. I'm not real familiar with the Cobra Law stuff. And so I felt like, okay, this is probably bigger for other people. But the kind of the secret sauce of all this is I still really liked it. And it was Joshua Williamson did a great job, and he's doing a great job with Duke as well, where even if I don't understand everything, the way that it's written makes me not upset about it, but want to know more. And with what's going on, especially with Daniel Warren Johnson in the Transformers part of it, I have that faith that I will be shown and told what is going on. But again, it has that spark to it that actually makes me want to go on my own and research some things. And it doesn't feel like homework. It feels like cool stuff that, oh man, I want to learn this. So I think there is that, as I said, the secret sauce in these books that everybody is really enjoying. So yeah, I hope that it keeps going on, and I hope to keep enjoying it. I'm going to go on to the next book. And I think I think Yule might have said a bit ago about this book. Somebody told me, and I hope I'm not just dissing somebody by forgetting, but somebody told me about this book, said that it was coming out and that it was really good. So I'm putting it on the list because it looks kind of cool. It's Man's Best #1 by my favorite name, Pornsack Pishoshot. It's so crazy to name Pornsack, though. I mean, you got to be a tough guy. That's like a boy named Sue. It really is. I mean, Pornsack. So you end up having that in art by Jesse Lonergan. I don't know why I can't talk, but that's coming out, and it's only $2.99. I want to point that out as well. And it looks like you got a bunch of dogs in a book. Here we go. Homeward bound on an alien planet, Man's Best follows 3 emotional support pets living on the Starship Horizon, a spacecraft searching for a new planet to house a humanity compromised by bad decisions and corporate corruption. But after the ship crashes and their crew is captured, these loyal pets are their owner's only hope. Outfitted in outrageous mech, these 3 best friends must traverse a hostile world to rescue their owners. That's why they put that homeward bound little wink wink at the beginning, leaving them the only hope for humanity that might not be worth saving, and the venture threatening to tear their friendship apart. Pornsack Pishoshot, writer of the Eisner and Harvey award-winning The Good Asian, soon to be adapted by director James Wan, thanks for that little tip, in his first collaboration with Eisner Award-nominated rising star Jesse Lonergan from Hydra, Miss Truesdale in the Fall of Hyperborea. All right, provide an action-packed sci-fi romp with something to say and a tale that spans the furthest reaches of space to tug at readers' hearts. So I'm always wary about the has something to say, but it looks pretty cool. I like the cover. And like I said, somebody told me that it was pretty good, and I swear that it was Yule. So if Yule did say that, I'm full in because Yule has some really, really good suggestions. And now we'll move on to the last book. This is something that I want to jump in. This is something was suggested by a person when I was doing one of the best of the weeks. And I said, I know that Spawn stuff came out, but I haven't been reading Spawn. I want to get into it, but I ended up pushing people towards Gray, who does a lot of the Spawn stuff. So when they suggested that Spawn 350 might be kind of a cool way to jump in. I asked Gray if he would review it with me, and he said yes. He said, yes, people, save the date, he said. So I was looking forward, and then why wouldn't I have it in my most anticipated Spawn 350, written by Todd McFarlane and Rory McConville. Rory McConville doing most of it, Todd McFarlane coming in with a little bit extra, with art by Carlo Barbary, but main art by Brett Booth. I will tell you right now that I have a preview copy of this, and holy moly, it looks good. It looks really good. I love Brett Booth, so I'm looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to jumping into Spawn and hopefully reading more and more Spawn each and every week, and hopefully talking with Gray about it, because that would be awesome. The Throne of Hell has sat vacant and empty since issue number 100 of Spawn. After the death of Malebolgia at the hands of Al Simmons, no one has proven themselves worthy enough to claim the power of the throne for themselves. Until now, Spawn 350, a story 32 years in the making, is finally here. Who takes the throne? Who becomes the supreme ruler of hell? And the cover looks awesome as well. It says record-breaking 350th issue. All right. And yeah, I'm looking forward to talking with Gray about it. Gray is a big Spawn fan, so I will lean heavily on him, probably tip him over. He looks like a little guy. It's funny. He'll be listening to this. He's like, what the hell is he talking about, little guy? See, I could say that because he lives in Japan. He can't come over here and fight me. But that's the thing. I think Gray would actually, if he was going to fight me, he would fight me in a gentlemanly manner, and I'd cheat. So I'd get him. Like, he'd come over. I'd somehow have sand, throw it in his face, rake his face somehow, and then probably like do some suplex or something, and then run like the wind. That's what I would do after that, and giggle. So there you go. You just found out all my attack plans. But yeah, those are the books. Again, I'm looking forward to Batman 144, Batman, a Superman, World's Finest number 24, Ultimate Spider-Man number 2, Cobra Commander number 2, Man's Best number 1, and Spawn number 350. Let me know what you all are looking forward to, anticipating, hoping for, all of that all rolled up into one. Let me know if you want me to continue doing the show as well. And if I do continue, I would like to get maybe some guest hosts on there. I was going to say guest stars, but aren't we all the stars of our own show in this game we call life? I don't know. It's getting late. It's getting very late. I want to drink that coffee. I'm getting angry that it's just there. Plus, I'm kind of playing the devil's hand here because my kids, they're going to be coming home soon. And when they come home, they come in like a herd of elephants and they will ruin everything. So I'm going to get out of here. I was lucky. They didn't come and disrupt everything. But thanks, everybody. Let me know again if you want to have this continue. Let me know what you are looking forward to / anticipating for this upcoming week of comics. And I will talk to you all later.
You are all weirdos.
Weird science is the revolution. Weird science is the revolution.